Hi friends, we meet again 10th standard session today for the next part of linear equations. तो आज दोस्तों we are going to play a game called as Kramer's rule. Rule of the game is Kramer's rule. तो मिस्टर क्रेमर के साथ खेलेंगे आज. Every lecture of mine should be like a game to you. You should be able to do it with interest and fun. Maths में टेंशन नहीं लेने का. Okay, just enjoy and treat every sum like a game. Practice that. Game would be simpler. You will find it easier later on also. To learn the basics, try to learn the small tricks that I am explaining in between. तो आज देखेंगे क्रेमर्स रूल के साथ गेम क्या खेलना है. कौन सा गेम खेलना है क्रेमर्स रूल के साथ? द गेम इज वी हैव टू सॉल्व इक्वेशंस, linear equations by using Kramer's rule. Now Kramer's rule means using determinants. Okay, so determinants, with the help of determinants we are going to solve certain equations. That is called as Kramer's rule, and it is like a game. You will observe, close the column of x, close the column of y. मजा है दोस्तों. It's quite simple and enjoyable. So let's take the first sum. Exercise 1.3, question number 3. Solve by using Kramer's rule. Two equations are given. X plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. 2x minus 12 equal to 3y. Now type 1 we have seen how to solve the equations by using elimination method. You have to either remove x or remove y by making same terms and changing the signs. वो type हो गया है. Now with the help of determinants कैसे solve करना है? देखो. First step is rearrange the terms. Rearrange the terms means x and y should be on the left hand side, constants on the right hand side. So x plus 2y on the left hand side plus 1 on the right hand side goes as minus 1. 3y को लेफ्ट साइड को लाना है, minus 12 को राइट साइड में लेना है. 2x minus 3y equal to 12. When the numbers change, the signs also changes. So minus 12 becomes plus 12. So this is the first rule of this game. X and y on one side, constants on the other side. समझ में आया है? Simple. After that, for our reference, just make a small column like this. ये देखो, ये x का column है. This is called as the column of x. What are the coefficients? In front of x there is 1. No number means 1 is there. So x का column, first number is 1, second number is 2. Y का column, there is a column of y. First number is 2, second number is minus 3. Clear? This is for our reference to play the game. RHS minus 112. RHS minus 112, just write it as it is. Clear? तो रेफरेंस के लिए लिखना है. पहले क्या किया? We just rearrange the terms so that x and y are on the LHS, constants on the RHS. Okay, ये हो गया. Now, after doing all this, first find determinant D. This is our main determinant. We have seen the other day what is the meaning of determinant. Those who have not seen the video, please see that video. Otherwise, you will follow here also. Determinant means I am going to select 4 numbers from the left hand side. Just ये जो all these numbers 1, 2, 2, minus 3. Just take the numbers as they are. You can also take from here 1, 2, 2, minus 3. It is your choice. लेकिन reference लिखने के बाद it becomes simpler. So determinant D means don't look at x and y. Just take the numbers 1, 2, 2, minus 3. Solve the determinant. Remember, every determinant has a value. So how do you find that value? We have seen the other day how to solve 1 into minus 3 minus 2 into 2. First, you have to take this टेक अ ब्रैकेट, बीच में माइनस साइन, 2 into 2. चलो लिख लो. Those who have not written, please write. I'll wait for a minute. लिख लो. Find the value. लिखा? चेक करो. 1 into -3 -3 minus 2 into 2 4. -3 minus 4 is -7. That is capital D. Capital D means value of the determinant D. So how do you find the value of determinant D? By taking the 4 numbers on the left hand side. Yeah, see. Simple? Clear? Okay. Now find determinant called as dx. Now find determinant called as dx. अभी dx कैसा find out करना है देखो. dx. Smiley comes back to tell an important rule. dx. Hi guys. To find dx, close the column of x and replace by RHS. Signs मत बदलो. From where? Now comes our reference. अपने reference में close the column of x. Close the column of x means just close this. Replace by RHS. What is RHS? -112. So close this column and write -112. 2 minus 3 should be written as it is. Simple. So to find dx, close the column of x. That is the important rule. Please write this determinant. लिख लिया? So d part is over. dx के लिए close the column of x. क्लोज करने के बाद राइट हैंड साइड में जो नंबर्स है -112, just bring them over here. So what do you get in the determinant now? -112. 2 minus 3 remains as it is. Now when you are replacing by closing the column of x, don't change the signs. You are not shifting to the LHS or RHS. It is not an equation, just a rule. Close the column of x and replace by this whatever numbers are present on the RHS. Simple. That is dx. dx means close the column of x. Now expand this. -1 into -3 minus 2 into 12 or 12 into 2. कैसे भी करो. But diagonal this should be taken first. -1 into -3 is 3. 12 into 2 is 24. 3 minus 24 is -21. So dx is -21. It is read as dx. It is not d into x. Determinant of x के लिए dx बोलते हैं. That's all. So d हो गया, dx हो गया. Again you have to find out dy now. So dy के लिए रूल क्या है? This y letter is important. Y means अभी y का कॉलम बंद करो. Smiley says y का कॉलम बंद करो. Here y का कॉलम बंद करो. Replace by RHS. RHS से replace करो. So what do you get when you replace by RHS? 1 2 तो है ही. RHS से replace किया तो यहाँ पे -112 आ जाएगा. Right? So dy देखो ना, 1 2 remains as it is. Close the column of y and -112. समझ में आया? क्लियर? y का कॉलम बंद करो, replace by RHS. That is dy. इसीलिए रेफरेंस अगर है तो it becomes simpler. If you don't want to write the reference, you can refer this also. Main set. y का कॉलम बंद करो, replaced by RMA. लेकिन इसमें क्या होता है, sometimes students make silly mistake. They think this is an equation and this is an equation, but you don't have to change the sign. इसलिए reference लिया है मैंने. Okay, so dy we got. Now find the every determinant has a value. Expand करो. Expand means find the value of the determinant. 1 into 12 minus bracket लेने का ही है 2 into minus 1. 1 into 12 minus 2 into minus 1. Now 1 into 12 is 12. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Minus of minus is plus 2. दोस्तों सब steps लिखना. Some students have the habit, they just don't write the steps orally आ गया, and then they might say I'm faster than you and all that. Don't worry. Slow and steady wins the race. Hardly takes 5 seconds to write extra step, but we are avoiding silly mistake. Okay. So 12 plus 2, 14. So dy equal to 14. Now finally, so तीन determinants कौन से मिले अपने को? Determinant d by taking these numbers. Determinant dx by closing the column of x, replacing by RHS. Determinant dy by closing the column of y, replacing by RHS. तीन determinants मिले दोस्तों. Now last step, formula is x is equal to dx upon d, y is equal to dy upon d. Simple. x is equal to dx upon d. dx की value mark करके mark that value. dx is minus 21, d is minus 7. So minus 21 upon minus 7 gives you 3. Minus upon minus is plus. y is equal to dy upon d. dy upon d यानी dy की वैल्यू क्या है? मार्क की है 14 upon minus 1, that is minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is our answer. Clear? Simple. ये गेम है Cramer's rule. This is called as Cramer's rules game. Simple. We will take one more sum now from the exercise. Let us solve it together. Chalo, be ready. Okay, next sum from the exercise, problem number 5. This was asked in one board exam. 4m plus 6n equal to 54, पहली equation. 3m plus 2n equal to 28, second equation. You have to solve by using Cramer's rule. So, इसमें sometimes you can simplify a certain equation so that the numbers can be made smaller. That you should be able to recognize. For example, इसमें से अगर 2 कॉमन निकाला, simplify equation 1 by taking 2 common because 2 is common. So when you take 2 common, you get 2n and 3n over here because 2 3s are 6, 2 into 2 4. कॉमन निकालने के बाद क्रॉस चेक करो. 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 6 equal to 54. Now we all know what is the use of taking that 2 common. That number goes on the RHS like this. इसके नीचे जाता है 54 upon 2. 2m plus 3n वैसा ही रहता है. 54 upon 2 gives you 27. So the first equation gets converted into 2m plus 3n equal to 27. That is our simpler equation. Call it as equation 1. Simplify नहीं किया तो भी चलता है, लेकिन you will have to calculate for bigger numbers. Why do we want that? So 2m plus 3n equal to 27. Second equation को कुछ किया नहीं because you can't take common from the LHS. Right? अभी अपने reference के लिए in the last sum we had x and y. Now we have got m and n. तो अपने reference के लिए first write m, then write n, column of m. In the column of m, see here, this is column of m. In the column of m, what do we have? 2, 3. In the column of n, what do we have? 3, 2. RHS, what do we have? 27, 28. In the earlier sum, फर्क इतना ही था कि यहाँ पे x, y था because equations were in terms of x and y. Now we have m and n. This is only for our reference. And of course you can write this in the exam also, it becomes simpler. Rough work में भी लिख सकते हो. Now let us start the game for the second sum. First find determinant D. Determinant D means यहाँ से 2 3 3 2. Take all 4 numbers from this. Forget about M and N. Expand that determinant. 2 into 2 minus 3 into 3. 4 minus 9 gives you minus 5. Mark करके रखता हूँ. अभी दोस्तों d होने के बाद अर्लियर सम में dx था. In most sums we get dx dy, but sometimes problem is changed to m and n. So now instead of dx we are going to find out dm. Now find determinant dm. तो dx के लिए रूल क्या था? Close the column of x. dm के लिए रूल क्या है? m का कॉलम बंद करो, because यहाँ पे m and n है. So to find the determinant dm, close the column of m and replace by RHS. Don't forget that. सिर्फ close नहीं करने का. m का कॉलम बंद किया तो क्या हो गया? RHS में क्या है? 27 28. That becomes your first column. Right down. Close the column of m, replace by RHS 27 28. This remains unchanged. N remains unchanged. Expand. This into this first, huh? (27 into 2) gives me 54. 28 into 3 gives me 84. (54 minus 84). 84 के सामने नेगेटिव साइन है. dm equal to minus 30. Now let us find out dn. Naturally, to find dn, close the column of n. कहां से? अपने रेफरेंस से. Close the column of n and replace by RHS. So ये बंद किया, column of n बंद किया, actual replace किया, RHS यहाँ पे आ गया तो क्या आता है? 27 28. That is our determinant. यहाँ y नहीं है, dy नहीं है, dn. So let us find dn. अपने रेफरेंस से ले लो 2 3. Always multiply these two first. (27 into 3 is 81. Subtract करो, चलो जल्दी जल्दी बोलो. 81 minus 56. 81 minus 56 is 25. But bigger number is minus 81, so dn minus 25. ये भी मार्क करके रखता हूं. We have the value of 3 determinants. Our problem is solved. ये प्रॉब्लम अभी 5 मिनट में हो गया, 7-8 minutes. Because now you know the method. So m Don't forget the last formula. M is equal to dm upon d, x is equal to dx upon d, n is equal to dn upon d, n is equal to dn upon d. Just substitute the values, get the answer. Kara substitute. dm is minus 30. D is minus 5. D value of D is same everywhere. यहाँ पे भी minus 5 है, यहाँ पे भी minus 5. Minus minus gets cancelled. That is our solution set. Instead of x and y, we are getting m and n. Followed? So this was today's game. It is like a game. Just try practice. Jara practice karo. 4-5 sums you can do on your own. If you have got any doubts, you can ask me. Enjoy the process. So we'll stop here today. This is what we learned today is called as solving equations by using Cramer's rule, method of determinants. Right? Okay. See you in another 2 days time. Bye till then.